Welcome to News 9. You are watching On Point with me. In today's edition, we have two On Points. Political storm over Amit Shah's Ambedkar remark. Congress and BJP get into a massive spat. Starlink recovered from militants in Manipur. Iran must say service not operational in India. But before that, headlines. Political showdown over Amit Shah's remarks on Ambedkar leads to massive BJP Congress spat. Umar Khalid gets 7-day bail in 2020 Delhi riots case to attend family wedding. Rajasthan High Court grants 17-day parole to Asaram Bapu on health grounds. Court doors always open to suggestion, says Supreme Court after Punjab government says farmers refusing talks. National Security Advisor Ajit Doval meets Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi to discuss borders. Priyanka Gandhi likely to be on One Nation One Poll JPC. BRS leaders drive autos to Telangana Assembly, demand relief for auto drivers. Ashwin retires from international cricket, bows out as India's second highest wicket taker in tests. And India's official entry Lapata Ladies is out of Oscars 2025 race. A political storm broke out over Union Minister Amit Shah's comments on Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. The Congress accused Amit Shah of disrespecting Ambedkar and demanded his resignation. In response, BJP accused the Congress of misleading the public, spreading lies and dishonoring Ambedkar's legacy. Without wasting time, let us take a look at how the controversy started, the video that was released, what Amit Shah said subsequently.
मान्यवर, अभी एक फैशन हो गया है आम्बेडकर 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 आम्बेडकर। इतना नाम अगर भगवान का लेते तो 7 जन्मों तक स्वर्ग मिल जाता। आम्बेडकर का नाम अभी 100 बार ज्यादा लो, परंतु साच अर्थ में आम्बेडकर जी के प्रति आपका भाव क्या है ये मैं बताता। मान्यवर, आम्बेडकर जी को देश की पहली कैबिनेट से इस्तीफा क्यों दे दिया? आम्बेडकर जी ने कई बार कहा कि अनुसूचित जातियों और जनजातियों से हुए व्यवहार से मैं असंतुष्ट हूं, सरकार की विदेश नीति से मैं असहमत हूं और आर्टिकल 370 से मैं असहमत हूं, इसलिए वो छोड़ना चाहते थे। उनको आश्वासन दिया गया, आश्वासन पूरा नहीं हुआ, उन्होंने इग्नोरेंस के चलते इस्तीफा दे दिया। और एक श्री BC रॉय ने पत्र लिखा कि आम्बेडकर और राजाजी जैसे 2 महानुभाव मंत्रिमंडल छोड़ेंगे तो क्या होगा। तो नेहरू जी ने उनको जवाब में लिखा है, राजाजी के जाने से तो थोड़ा बहुत नुकसान होगा, आम्बेडकर के जाने से मंत्रिमंडल कमजोर नहीं होता है।
Congress was quick to grab the opportunity to attack Union Minister, calling him that he and his party are anti-Ambedkar. They also called for his resignation and staged a protest in Parliament and through the country.
अमित शाह जी एक बात उन्होंने कही जो बहुत ही एक कंडेमेबल है। ये दुर्भाग्य है हमारा देश का कि किसी भी एक दलित नायक को, व्यक्ति को जो पूजनीय है सबके लिए, चाहे दलित होने दो, चाहे इस देश के कोई भी नागरिक हो, उनको इंसल्ट करने की, उनको उनके बारे में टॉन्ट मारने की और अपोजिशन पार्टी के तरफ देखकर वो कहने का कि रोज उठ के आप क्या लगाए हो, डॉक्टर अंबेडकर 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 अंबेडकर। अगर इतना ही नाम भगवान का अगर आप लेते तो आप 7 जन्मों का स्वर्ग उनको आपको प्राप्त होता था। मुझे ये मजबूरन कहना पड़ता है कि ये लोग संविधान को नहीं मानते। स्वर्ग और नर्क की जब बात करते हैं तो ये मनुस्मृति की बात करते हैं। इसमें ही लिखा है कि क्या क्या स्वर्ग है, क्या क्या कौन से जाति कहाँ जाएंगे, क्या पढ़े तो क्या हो जाएंगे। ये मानसिकता मोदी सरकार के कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर्स को और मोदी साहब को भी है।
In response, Bharatiya Janata Party condemned the Congress and the opposition for twisting the issue and came out with a 1-hour-long press conference in evening.
संसद में जब चर्चा हो रही थी, ये सिद्ध हो गया कि बाबा साहेब आंबेडकर का कांग्रेस ने किस तरह से पुरजोश विरोध किया था। बाबा साहब के न रहने के बाद भी किस प्रकार से कांग्रेस ने बाबा साहब को हाशिए पर ढकेलने का प्रयास किया। जब संविधान सभा अपना काम कर चुकी, चुनाव हुआ 1951-52 में और 54 में, दोनों बार कांग्रेस ने बाबा साहब को हराने के लिए कोई कसर नहीं छोड़ी। यहां तक कि फ्रेंडली चुनाव होता है, स्पिरिट वाला चुनाव होता है, ऐसा चुनाव भी नहीं था। विशेष प्रयास किया गया और वो उनकी हार को सुनिश्चित किया गया। जहां तक भारत रत्न देने का सवाल है, कांग्रेस के नेताओं ने कई बार खुद ही अपने आप को भारत रत्न दिए हैं। 55 में नेहरू जी ने खुद को भारत रत्न दे दिया, 71 में इंदिरा जी ने खुद को भारत रत्न दे दिया और 1990 में बाबा साहब को भारत रत्न तब मिला जब कांग्रेस पार्टी सत्ता में नहीं रही और भारतीय जनता पार्टी के समर्थन वाली सरकार थी। 1990 तक कांग्रेस पार्टी बाबा साहब को भारत रत्न न मिले इसका बड़े जतन से प्रयास करती रही, यहां तक कि बाबा साहब की जयंती को भी, 100वीं जयंती को भी मनाने का मना ही कर दिया गया।
Now let me put both sides of the story and then I'll introduce my guest, Advocate Mahima Singh from the Congress, Dr. Kaushal Mishra from Bharatiya Janata Party, Professor Badrinarayan Tiwari, Director GB Pant Social Science Institute. Thank you all of you for joining me. But let me just tell you both sides of the story, what the Prime Minister said and what the Congress Party has said in return. Prime Minister Narendra Modi came out with a long line of tweets and he literally took the party to cleaners. And I'll just take you through what he wrote in his tweet. He said, Congress and its rotten ecosystem spread malicious lies. That's Prime Minister's tweet line. Their lies can't mask their misdeeds and insult towards Dr. Ambedkar. Congress has tried all tricks to obliterate Ambedkar's legacy. Congress has humiliated SC/ST communities. So that is Prime Minister. And that's Prime Minister attacking the Congress party. Congress got Ambedkar defeated twice in elections. Nehru campaigned against him and made him lose a very prestigious seat. And Congress denied Ambedkar a Bharat Ratna, denied his portrait in a place of pride in Parliament's Central Hall, the older one. 9th, worst massacre of SC/ST communities happened under the Congress rule. 10th, Congress did not do anything to empower SC/ST communities, and Amit Shah exposed Congress's dark history of insulting Ambedkar. Now, this is what the Prime Minister of the BJP said, but let's take a look at the other side of the story, what the Congress party is saying about Bharatiya Janata Party. Congress is saying BJP and RSS, they are against tricolour and are opposed to Ashok Chakra. BJP RSS want to implement Manusmriti instead of constitution. Congress says they hate Ambedkar because he didn't let the earlier things happen, which means the debates in the Constituent Assembly before 1952. Fourth, Amit Shah insulted the architect of the Indian Constitution. Fifth, Amit Shah trivialized Dr. Ambedkar's monument contribution. Sixth, BJP wants to undermine Baba Sahib's role in drafting the Constitution. Seventh, BJP wants to end reservation for marginalized sections like Dalits, Tribals and OBC. Now, what is the fact of the matter? Because in middle of it is another issue. Reservations to Muslims, which became part and parcel of the debate. 12 states have given reservations to Muslims under OBC quotas. SC has declared breaching 50% quota cap unconstitutional. These are the facts of the matter, because somehow with this constitution debate, the larger issue of quota to Muslims or the quota based on religion has come. The Muslim gets quota under the backward category. Let me straight away go to Advocate Mahima Singh and then I'll take a response from Dr. Kaushal Mishra. Why has suddenly entire session getting bogged down on constitution and Ambedkar? Dr. Mahima.
Jai Hind. Why should it not, Kartikeya? The question is that you see the Home Minister of the country, a leading figure of the ruling party, can go on and tarnish Baba Sahib's name in the parliament, on the floor of the parliament, literally offending every Dalit, every backward class, every woman of this country, the people whose rights Baba Sahib stood up for. And should we remain quiet? Because if you look at the tone and tenor of the Home Minister's remark there, for 11 seconds, he goes on and he says, "Ye to fashion ban gaya hai, Ambedkar, Ambedkar." I mean, I don't want to repeat it because it is so disgraceful. It disdains us to, even hear it for a fraction of a second, let alone 11 seconds. Because when we hear the Home Minister on the floor of the Parliament, we don't hear just the Home Minister. We hear Dange and Savarkar, whom Baba Sahib had himself authored to say that they plotted to defeat him from the Mumbai North in his first Lok Sabha election. We also hear Golwalkar and Hedgewar, who stood up for the Hindu Raj, that Baba Sahib said, "Kuch bhi ho jaye, Hindu Raj kisi कीमत par nahi aana chahiye." We also hear every worker of the RSS, of the Ram Rajya Parishad, of the Jan Sangh then, and which has now become the BJP, that burnt the copies of the Constitution in the Ramlila Maidan when Hindu Code Bill was brought, that burnt the effigies of Baba Sahib Ambedkar and Pandit Nehru at that point in time in 1949, because Hindu Code Bill was being brought. And which Hindu Code Bill? That was to guarantee property rights to the women, that was to guarantee divorce rights to the women, that was to guarantee remarriage to women. You see, so this is what we are opposing, because that very mentality can be seen thriving from the floor of the parliament today. When Mukul Vasnik ji makes his maiden speech and he brings RSS into the context, the whole of the BJP creates a ruckus in the parliament. That was yesterday, day before yesterday. And yesterday when he goes on saying Ambedkar for 11 seconds and in such an unbecoming manner that doesn't behove the ruling party, let alone the Home Minister of this country, then why should there be a question on our protesting that tone and tenor, which is offensive to every single Indian?
Okay, a lot of people would say that it's out of context, but then yes, a lot of political parties take things out of context from each other leader's speech. To you, Dr. Mishra, your opening response on the larger controversy of Ambedkar and Constitution. Do you feel that that the Congress has been able to pin Bharatiya Janata Party around the debate on Constitution and Ambedkar, despite the fact that it did not yield dividends in Haryana and Maharashtra, but at least it's happening in the Parliament?
Kartikeya, very good evening. Your starting promo has already exposed the real face of Congress, in which you have clearly shown the complete statement of Home Minister ji. So with already exposed what the Congress is saying, what politics they are trying to do. If I am coming to the Congress, Congress is always anti-Ambedkar, pseudo-Ambedkarite, never supported the B.R. Ambedkar, and starting from pre-independence. I am telling you some fact, Kartikeya. Before the formation of Constituent Assembly, there was 4 districts from which Ambedkar Sahab got elected, and those 4 districts was transferred to the Pakistan, and so that the Ambedkar's winning seat is not falling in the Indian Constitution, Indian territory, and he become the elected member of Pakistan side. Because the division of Pakistan, those 4 villages was transferred to the Pakistan side, and Ambedkar was unable to be the part of Constituent Assembly of India. This is a fact. Please go and read. Then what happened? The Ambedkar said that if the new constitution will come and I am not the party, then I will oppose the constitution and I will go to the public on this issue. Then what happened? Then the same time, one of the Bombay member of Congress has resigned due to some reason, and that seat was provided to Ambedkar. After that, Ambedkar became the part of the Constituent Assembly. This is the reality. Everybody can go and check how the fraud constitution, how the fraud Congress used to do. And if we come to the real Ambedkar thing, Ambedkar never wanted that he should be given credit of being a god, but he wanted that at least the SC, ST, OBC people should be given the respect. And what the Congress did? Congress never bring the Kaka Kalilkar report. Congress never bring the Mandal Commission report. It is when the Congress become weak and the coalition government came, then only this Mandal
Mr.
Commission
Mishra,
report
lot of people would say, but then I'll go to Professor Badrinayan, that in name of decolonization, you are demonizing the Congress party. I mean, the decolonizing history is one thing, but you are demonizing the early leadership. But I'll come to you because you have had your say. I'll come to you, Dr. Mishra. The debate has not ended. I'll come to you. I need to know one thing from you, Professor Badrinayan. I mean, Ambedkar has superseded Mahatma Gandhi. If you look at our history from 1950s to 60s, Ambedkar has actually replaced Gandhi in the electoral politics. I mean to say that in real political sense, Ambedkar is one political personality who is untouchable in terms of academics, in terms of language, in terms of cultural critique. Why has this shift happened? You know, there has to be a broader picture, because Ambedkar has become a focal point after not being so relevant in 50s and 60s electorally, losing 2 elections. One from Madana and one before, I'm forgetting the name of the constituency. But the fact is that now he's the most important person, even displacing Gandhi from the national discourse.
Yes, Kartikeya, very rightly you said. First of all, I would like to say that in the debate, in the parliamentary debate, Amit Shah very clearly and very impressively, he brought the issues and he tried to expose the Congress in terms of, by quoting history, in terms of their Congress role in defeating Ambedkar, and how Congress received and Congress took Ambedkar in their discourse. You know, 50 to 80, Ambedkar was nowhere in Congress debates, Congress discourses. After 80s, when BSP emerged in 1984, and Ambedkar became very relevant in the North Indian politics because Kanshiram brought this discourse from Maharashtra and tried to expand his name in each and every village of Uttar Pradesh. He told his MLAs to put the Ambedkar statues. Then Ambedkar became important for the Congress also. But you know, why Congress become, when this kind of thing which Amit Shah brought in discussion, why they become uncomfortable? Because this is the part of history. Congress defeated Ambedkar. Everyone should accept it. It is a historical fact. So he quoted very rightly and very impressively, in a very impressive speech, he tried to expose Congress position in the context of the Ambedkar. Second, your question, why and how Ambedkar displaced Gandhi in terms of political influence in Indian politics. You know that Gandhi always, there was a debate between Gandhi and Ambedkar, but Gandhi always supported Ambedkar in terms of his place in the parliament, his place in the ministry. He told Nehru to bring him, make him law minister. We all know about it. But when a community from which Ambedkar belongs became politically relevant, they became politicized, they turned as a vote, they acquired the vote power, then the Ambedkar become important. And not only vote power, before Kanshiram, Ambedkar was not so powerful as a symbol also in North Indian politics. So Kanshiram, when expanded the BSP politics, he made relevant Ambedkar, made influential. Relevant Ambedkar was always relevant, but influential in North Indian politics, and that
I think what you're saying is very relevant, Professor.
Congress became weaker because of the rise of BSP.
See, there is no doubt about it that Ambedkar was intellectually relevant from the inception. There is no doubt about it. I mean, so his writings are an intellectual feast. I would say, I have read Ambedkar, it's an intellectual feast. But the issue is that Ambedkar has become politically relevant in context of elections now, and that is why he's become central. Dr. Mahima, there are a couple of issues. I would like your comment on the fact when BJP says that no picture of Ambedkar in Central Hall, madam, no memorial, or the quotation which has been sent that, Nehru was said, that the cabinet would not be affected. Then why wouldn't people say that, Dr. Ambedkar or Baba Saheb didn't get his due, didn't get his place in the Congress dispensation, madam?
First of all, I must politely decline the honor you are conferring upon me. I am yet not a PhD, and so I am not a doctor. I am an advocate at the Supreme Court. But if I am to paraphrase what you just said before coming to me right now, I must say that, when you are saying Ambedkar has substituted Mahatma Gandhi, I would say that, you see, Baba Saheb and Bapu both have their own respective positions in the places in the history. But when you are saying that, it almost, it almost has the ring of that the BJP and the RSS have finally succeeded at assassinating the school of thought that Bapu stands for. They have finally succeeded in assassinating Bapu, who is the most widely studied figure across the world. So I don't think that would be an appropriate thing to say, and I don't think you would like to associate yourself.
I would like to interject here. I would like to interject here. Madam, because when I say displace, it does not mean assassinating Bapu intellectually. I think it's accommodating so many people who in 50s, 60s and 70s didn't get their place in Sun. I am also a product of the same similar schools in Delhi where the portion of Ambedkar were not much. I mean to say, I was not even exposed to Dalit literature in my school. I have studied in Sadhya Patel Vidyalaya. I'm a typical Lutyens product. But my exposure to Ambedkar and many other people was not much, madam. And I'm sure you would have gone through the similar books.
I would appreciate if you would allow me to complete my thought. I said it almost has the ring of that when you're saying that Ambedkar has displaced Gandhi, because Bapu is irreplaceable, and that we see the picture of that, glimpses of that are visible across the world. Now, I want to refer to a tweet by our revered leader, Shri Jairam Ramesh, this evening, where he posts this cover of this book called Apart, a life and thought of Dr. Ambedkar by Shri Ashok Gopal, where he refers to the page number 794, where in footnotes, on footnote number 50, what it is said, and I must quote it verbatim. It says, and authored by Baba Saheb Ambedkar, in a letter dated 18th January 1952 to Kamalakant Chitre, Ambedkar said, the plot to defeat him had been hatched by Dange and Savarkar, who was inflamed by his proposal for the partition of Kashmir. The ideas that the BJP and the RSS are trying to float across today to spread their propaganda, their hate propaganda that Ambedkar would have killed at any cost, that propaganda is disowned by not only Baba Sahab himself, not only Bapu himself, but their successors. Today you hear what Prakash Ambedkar has got to say. Today you hear, because you see, the Congress stood for the ideology that was embodied in Baba Sahab, that was embodied in Bapu. Today we heard Mr. Amit Shah speak across, to the media. The direction that they have, the veiled directions that they have been giving to the media, we assume all along, today became very, very apparent when he said to the media that please show my entire speech. Because those 11 seconds, whatever the whole speech is, when he says, इतना नाम अगर भगवान का ले लेते, अरे हमारे लिए अंबेडकर भगवान है, हमारे बाबा साहब भगवान हैं, क्योंकि उन्होंने जो अधिकार दिलवाए दलितों को, पिछड़ों को, महिलाओं को, भगवान प्रत्यक्ष हो ना हो.
But madam, you haven't answered my question. But you didn't answer my question. My question was, why did he leave the cabinet? Why wasn't there a memorial for him? Why wasn't there a Central Hall photograph of Baba Saheb? Why wasn't he given Bharat Ratna?
I want to ask you a simple question. Was it the BJP that made Baba Sahab the law minister? Was it the BJP that made him the chairperson of the drafting committee? And just now, the excerpt that I have read out from Mr. Jairam Ramesh's tweet this evening, which is authored by Baba Sahab himself, does it not answer your question when Baba Sahab says that Dange and Savarkar, plotted a conspiracy to defeat him in his first local election? Is that not sufficient?
That's your view. I'm stating a fact, and I'm stating a fact, and the documents which are there with me. Dr. Kaushal Mishra, do you feel that? Mahima, I think we should allow other people to speak. I have not interrupted you for exactly 4 minutes. Do you think that this is decolonization? I'm coming to you, or demonization of Nehru? Are you demonizing Nehru, or are you decolonizing history?
कार्तिकेय, एक शेर है छोटा सा, हर आदमी में होते हैं 10-20 आदमी जिनको भी देखना कई बार देखना. तो कांग्रेस वाले जो भी हैं उनको इसी तरह से देखना चाहिए. जिस तरह से आपने अभी जो फैक्ट कहा, और हमारी मैडम कांग्रेस की प्रवक्ता ने आपको भी फ्रेम करने की कोशिश की कि आपने गांधी जी को डिमीन करने की कोशिश की. सेम स्ट्रेटजी अमित शाह जी के लिए कांग्रेस ने करने की कोशिश की है, और वो एक्सपोज हो रहे हैं. और मैडम ने फुटनोट की पढ़ने की बात की ना, मैं पढ़ता हूं जो वॉल्यूम 14 भाग 2 पेज नंबर 1317 17 to 1327. जब प्रधानमंत्री नेहरू जी ने मुझे प्रस्ताव दिया तो मैंने ये बात स्पष्ट बता दी कि अपनी शिक्षा और अनुभव के आधार पर एक वकील होने के साथ ही मैं किसी प्रशासनिक विभाग में को चलाने के लिए सक्षम हूं. प्रधानमंत्री सहमत तो हो गए, पर उन्होंने कहा कि मुझे अलग से योजना का दायित्व देंगे. दुर्भाग्य से योजना विभाग बहुत देरी से मिला. जिस दिन मिला तब मैं बाहर जा चुका था. मेरे कार्यकाल के दौरान कई बार एक मंत्री दूसरे मंत्री को मंत्रालय दिए गए. मुझे लगता है कि उन मंत्रालयों में से कोई भी मुझे दिया जा सकता था, पर मुझे नहीं दिया गया. मुझे भी कभी भी कैबिनेट में प्रमुख समितियों जैसे विदेशी मामलों की समिति और रक्षा समिति का सदस्य नहीं चुना गया. जब प्रधानमंत्री नेहरू जी इंग्लैंड जाते थे तो मुझे कैबिनेट में टेम्परेरी सदस्य की तरह चुना जाता था, और जब वापस आते थे मुझे हटा दिया जाता था. मैंने इसका कई बार विरोध किया, लेकिन कभी भी इस बात को एड्रेस नहीं किया गया. मैडम, मैं फुटनोट नहीं पढ़ रहा हूं, मैं अंबेडकर साहब के द्वारा लिखी गई वॉल्यूम्स कोट कर रहा हूं पेज नंबर के साथ. और दूसरी चीज जो आप कह रहे हैं कि किसने हराया और क्या हराया, नॉर्थ मुंबई 1952 में नेहरू जी 2 बार गए थे अंबेडकर साहब के खिलाफ प्रचार करने, और उन्होंने अंबेडकर साहब के सेक्रेटरी एसएन काजोलकर साहब को अंबेडकर साहब के खिलाफ खड़ा किया था, और नेहरू जी ने अंबेडकर साहब को हराने का पूरा प्लॉट रचा था. उसके बाद जो आप पूछ रहे थे कार्तिकेय जी, बंगारा नाम की विधानसभा थी, लोकसभा थी, जिसमें 1952 में दोबारा हारे. तो कांग्रेस में नेहरू ने हमेशा कोशिश की कि अंबेडकर साहब जीत के ना आए, क्योंकि उनका जो वोट बैंक था वो काफी बड़ा था, ब्रॉड था, सोशल सर्विसेज बहुत ज्यादा थी, इस वजह से अपोज कर रहे थे. नहीं तो आप ये बताइए, वो 4 जिले जहां से वो चुन करके आए थे वो पाकिस्तान को क्यों दे दिए गए थे? जीत करके जब वो पहली बार आए थे तो उसके लिए जो मंडल साहब जो चले गए थे, पाकिस्तान चले गए थे, मुझे उनका नाम मिस हो रहा है, मैं बता देता हूं अभी. जोगिंदर नाथ मंडल ने अंबेडकर साहब के साथ मिल करके मुस्लिम लीग की मदद से अंबेडकर साहब को जिताया था। कांग्रेस ने पूरी कोशिश की थी, नेहरू जी ने पर्सनली कोशिश की थी कि अंबेडकर साहब हार जाएं, और वही हुआ। और ये फैक्ट है।
Okay. I think, yes, Mahima, now you can respond. Mahima, now you can respond.
See, when you listen to the BJP spokesperson, it almost sounds like that it was the BJP that brought Baba Sahab on in the golden pages of the history. Whereas the BJP has not only tarnished his name, not only burnt his effigies, but let's ask them, why did they choose 6th of December? Baba Sahab का महापरिनिर्वाण दिवस क्यों चुना बाबरी मस्जिद कांड करने के लिए? बाबा साहब से जुड़ी हुई हर स्मृति को इन लोगों ने, क्योंकि उन्होंने मनुस्मृति को जलाया था, क्योंकि ये संविधान के खिलाफ थे और बाबा साहब मनुस्मृति के खिलाफ थे, और इनके सांसदों ने खुद बता दिया कि 400 पार करके भाजपा की क्या मंशा थी। इसीलिए 6 दिसंबर हमारे बाबा साहब के महापरिनिर्वाण दिवस को इन्होंने एक अग्नि दहन बनाने का, देश में नफरत फैलाने का दिन बनाने का काम किया। हम भाजपा से आज ये भी पूछना चाहते हैं, हाउ मेनी दलित or OBC or women presidents of their party have they had? How many Dalit Sarsangh Chalaks has the RSS had? None, actually. You see, because they are today using Baba Sahab as a tool to do exactly what you said, Kartikeya, to assassinate Gandhi in truest forms that Godse could not do. They're trying to achieve today by making Baba Sahab their tool, and we shall not allow that at any cost.
Okay, Mr. Kaushal, I think I need to go to Mr. Professor Badrinath. I'll give you the chance. Gentleman has been very patiently waiting. He has not disturbed either of you. I think courtesy demands I go to him because he creates that middle space. Professor, you know, this is history. Nehru must have had his reasons for his particular interaction with Ambedkar. No one is a god in India. You know, these were humans. Gandhi, Nehru, Ambedkar, you know, we can demonize them, we can deify them. But the fact of the matter is that today Ambedkar has become central. Do you think that this constitution debate which we are having today in context of reservation can turn itself into another Mandal 2.0? Do you see it happening? The late 1980s, when suddenly the two strands of politics became extremely acute. On the one side you had Advani with his own version of Hindutva, and on the other side you had those Samajwadis and socialists and the Lohiites with their own version of what Mandal politics mean. Are we revisiting that time?
I think, Kartikeya, yes, it's a very complex time for understanding Ambedkar, because, you know, when any symbol comes and become central in the pragmatic politics, then the space of reinterpretation, misinterpretation, wrong interpretation of that symbol appears, and that is happening with the Ambedkar symbols nowadays. You see, Ambedkar को जितनी यानी किसी को भी अम्बेडकर का जो एक मोरल मीनिंग था भारतीय राजनीति के लिए, वो अब मोरल मीनिंग से हटा के हम उनको एक बहुत प्रैक्टिकल रोज इस्तेमाल करने वाले उसके रूप में ट्रांसफॉर्म कर रहे हैं, जबकि उनका एक बहुत मोरल आधार था और बहुत बड़े फिगर थे, लेकिन उनको अब एवरीडे पॉलिटिक्स में भी ब्रॉड दे। और जब एवरीडे पॉलिटिक्स में कोई आता है तो उसका मिसइंटरप्रिटेशंस होता ही है, क्योंकि हर आदमी अपने अपने ढंग से, हर पॉलिटिकल पार्टी ट्राई टू एनालाइज दैट सिंबल इन पॉलिटिक्स. सो दैट्स द प्रॉब्लम. आई डोंट नो हु ब्रॉट इट. कोई कह सकता है भाई ये कांग्रेस ले आई, संविधान को पॉकेट में रख करके ले आई और फिर डिबेट में ला दिया.
आई थिंक एवरीथिंग हैज टू बॉयल डाउन टू पॉलिटिक्स. मेरा एक सवाल है इसका, मैं इस पे आना चाहता हूं, बिकॉज मैं इस पे आना चाहता हूं. द कांग्रेस गॉट 16.7% वोट्स इन 2019 if I'm not wrong. In 2024 election, Congress vote share jumped to 20%. When it comes to Dalit votes, BJP had got more ST and SC seats in 2014 and they got more seats in 2019 in comparison to BJP. Do you think that this confidence of going after Dalit politics is also a reflection of the fact that they have got their vote share has jumped in Dalit seats and ST seats? Is it because of that, Professor?
Yes, I think it's a political electoral meaning, because that's why they brought Ambedkar in this course. Actually, Congress become weak because of the rise of Ambedkarite politics, rise of BSP politics, and Dalit votes shifted from the Congress. And so Congress thinks that there is a space to revive by attracting Dalits, and Ambedkar is very necessary for that. बट यू नो कार्तिकेय, जब डिस्कोर्स में अभी जो बात कर रहा था कि जब डिस्कोर्स में आप कोई चीज लाते हैं तो हम लोग जो एकेडमिक्स में कहते हैं ना कि आप एक लाइन काट के और पूरे टेक्स्ट को नहीं समझ सकते. तो what happened in today's debate in the media about the Amit Shah lecture, his entire lecture, if you listen, is a text, and from that text you can have took the 11 second. So 11 second can't analyze alone. One can analyze in the bigger context, and then you can get multiple meanings. उसमें कांग्रेस के भी अर्थ दिखाई पड़ेंगे, इनके भी अर्थ दिखाई पड़ेंगे. Similarly, for any leader, I think any text we should analyze in the whole, as a whole. Okay. तो मुझे लगता है political meaning तो important है ही. Because of that, Ambedkar become important, and so important that he is being misquoted, misinterpreted by political.
Thank you. There are three big questions, and I'll take quick reactions from both the spokespersons. This is what I feel is central to this issue, and this is what I feel people understand what's happening in Parliament today. These are three big questions. I'll come to both of you, and then you can sumo to address. First big question is, why does Congress wants to reach 50% quota limit? That's the first big question. The second big question to me is, can 50% quota limit be breached? Will the courts allow it? And the third big question, which becomes part and parcel of this debate, is the boogie of Muslim reservation correct? Because all the 12 states which are giving reservation to Muslims are within the category of backward. And the ones which were attempted, they were all struck down by court. So first I'll go to Dr. Kaushal Mishra because he wanted to speak, and then Mahima can have the last word in this debate. Dr. Kaushal.
कार्तिकेय, महिमा जी बोल रही थी कि SC/ST के लिए हमने क्या किया. आज शेड्यूल ट्राइब हमारी प्रेसिडेंट हैं, इसके पहले शेड्यूल कास्ट हमारे राष्ट्रपति थे, और इसके अलावा इस समय मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स शेड्यूल कास्ट, शेड्यूल ट्राइब एंड ओबीसी के हैं. मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ चीफ मिनिस्टर शेड्यूल कास्ट, शेड्यूल ट्राइब, ओबीसी के हैं. मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ कैबिनेट सेक्रेटरी, maximum number of joint secretaries, maximum number of joint secretaries SC/ST OBCs के हैं. ये रियलिटी है, एंड इट इज फैक्ट चेक. यू कैन चेक एट एनी पॉइंट. और जो हमारी मैडम बोल रही थी, मैडम संविधान सभा में आपने नहीं बोला था. संविधान सभा के इनिशियली 296 सदस्य जब थे जिनको चुना गया था, उसमें अंबेडकर साहब का नाम नहीं भेजा था. जवाहरलाल नेहरू जी और कांग्रेस ने उनको बाद में भेजा गया, जब उन्होंने ये कहा कि वो संविधान अगर बन के आता है तो उसका सड़क पे विरोध करेंगे. उसके बाद अंबेडकर को 296 सदस्य थे, उनमें जोड़ा गया. जब बीजी खेर पटेल जो थे, उन्होंने जब बॉम्बे की सीट से इस्तीफा दिया था. तो सच्चाई यह है कि नेहरू और कांग्रेस की ये पूरी चाल थी कि अंबेडकर को संविधान सभा में न जोड़ा जाए. ये मैं नहीं, हिस्ट्री सामने आती है, सच्चाई आपके सामने आकर रहती है. और इसके अलावा अगर देखें तो हिंदू कोड बिल की बात करें, जो अंबेडकर साहब ने रिजाइन किया था, उन्होंने हिंदू कोड बिल पर रिजाइन किया था. और
डॉक्टर मिश्रा, आई एम फॉलिंग शॉर्ट ऑफ टाइम. डॉक्टर मिश्रा, आई एम फॉलिंग शॉर्ट ऑफ टाइम, यू नीड टू फिनिश.
हिंदू कोड बिल की वजह से अंबेडकर साहब ने रिजाइन किया था, और वो चाहते थे कि यूसीसी लाया जाए, पर इन्होंने क्या किया, हिंदू कोड बिल ला करके जो नॉर्मल कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल जो सब जगह पूरे वर्ल्ड में फॉलो होता है उसको लाया गया, जबकि दूसरी तरफ मुस्लिम पर्सनल लॉ बोर्ड करके सरिया लॉ लाया गया. दिस इज द डिफरेंस. और इसके लिए एक लास्ट लाइन बोल रहा हूं. अंबेडकर साहब ने क्या कहा था, भारत में मुस्लिम आक्रांताओं ने हिंदुओं के खिलाफ घृणा का राग गाते हुए आए थे. उन्होंने हिंदू मंदिर भी जलाए. उनकी नजर में यह एक नेक काम था. प्रधानमंत्री नेहरू जी का सारा समय ध्यान इन्हीं मुसलमानों के संरक्षण के लिए समर्पित था. उन्होंने दलितों के लिए कोई भी काम नहीं किया. ये मैं नहीं कह रहा हूं, ये बाबा साहब अंबेडकर कह रहे हैं.
ठीक है, ठीक है. You have rested your argument, Mahima.
No, the BJP spokesperson is speaking, and today all of the BJP is speaking as if it was Mr. Savarkar, Mr. Golwalkar, Mr. Hedgewar that proposed Baba Saheb's name then. All the names that the BJP spokesperson has taken right now, who supported Baba Saheb's name or who brought him, if he is to be believed, then, as per their hypothesis, can he name one person who was affiliated with Jansangh who was affiliated with the RSS, that actually supported Baba Saheb's name, who was actually supported by Baba Saheb? No, he cannot name so. He was talking about the honorable president of our country. Her Excellency, the president of my country, has not been intimidated once, not twice, but time and again by the Prime Minister's office, by this party that is ruling our country today in a very disgraceful manner. The parliament was inaugurated, the new Central Vista, not once, but twice, but not even once. Her Excellency, the President of India, Draupadi Murmu ji, was, invited to preside over those proceedings, not even once. And then, this whole sham of Ram Mandir, this Pran Pratishtha happened, and Her Excellency was not to be seen anywhere over there. So the BJP's hollow words, the BJP's tall words ring hollow in our ears, and we can see the BJP for what it has always stood for. That is assassination of Bapu. That is assassination of the nationalistic views in the name of pseudo-nationalism. And now let me leave your viewers with one simple question. If Savarkar could apologize before the Britishers, why could Amit Shah not apologize before the Dalit of this country today, even if it was unintentional? But we are hurt. The Dalits, the women of this country are hurt. Why could the Home Minister not apologize even for an inadvertent folly? Isn't that the culture of our country? Is he too tall? Is he above all the Dalits, all the Bahujan of this country? And I believe that the BJP will have to answer that question sooner than later.
You stay with me because I want you to see it, because when we talk about the Dalit debate, the Baba Saheb debate, it can be endless, sir. But I want you to focus on these graphics which my team has made, because you people talked about it. First, I'll go to 2019. Let's put 2019 first. People should have an idea why this debate is taking place. In 2019, Bharatiya Janata Party, 46 seats, 35% vote share of the Dalits, and Congress got 6 seats with 16.7%. NDA got 54 seats with 44.3%, and India, including Congress, then there was no India at that point of time. It's a mistake, because there was no India in 2019. It's the alliance which was there. They had 12 seats and 22.1% of vote share, which was basically UPA. Now let's come to 2024, and that is the answer. Bharatiya Janata Party got 29 seats, 34.5% vote share. Congress 20 seats with 42.4% of the vote. This is alliance. So if we are looking at the vote share, it means that Congress party has done well. I think the numbers have jumbled slightly little, but basically it is saying that the Congress party did well in 2024, and it is for this reason there is increased contest when it comes to the Dalit seats, because this jump is very different from the 14 elections and 2019 election. And last time Congress did well on the Dalit seats was actually in 2009 elections. Not only Dalit seats, but it also did well in Delhi and Mumbai, the urban seats. I would like to thank both the spokesperson of Bharatiya Janata Party and Congress for joining my show, Professor Badri Narayan for being there. And my takeaway is, which I believe, reservation is important for SC and ST, very much needed for them. But we Indians need to move away from the competitive politics of reservation. Reservation should stay, but the competitive politics of reservation must go away. So that's all on 1.1. On the other side of the break, we will talk about the starling that was found in Manipur.
You remember when someone had hit our car? I had got him to pay up for all the damage.
Yeah, so?
If something goes wrong in this guaranteed returns share, I will complain to the exchange and get full compensation. See, there's an agreement.
Dad, you know what? Nobody can promise guaranteed high returns in the share market. Such illegal schemes are sheer fraud. The exchange will not give any compensation for these. That agreement is also useless.
सोच कर, समझ कर, invest कर.
One look and I'm falling for you like rain. V6 Mahindra Electric Origin SUVs.
Bonjour, madam.
आज बड़े फ्रेंच बन रहे हो? हाँ?
याद है 10 साल पहले मैंने कहा था I will take you to Paris.
पेरिस नहीं, पेरी। तुम्हारा प्रोनाउंसिएशन भी ना तुम्हारे इरादे की तक।
मैडम इरादे कभी ऑफ नहीं होते, टेक ऑफ करते हैं।
SBI लाइफ स्मार्ट प्लैटिना सुप्रीम के गारंटीड रिटर्न से करो पूरे अपने इरादे, अपनों से किए सभी वादे। SBI लाइफ, अपने लिए, अपनों के लिए।